What's up guys, this is Ryan from Ryan Go For It, and today we have a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to be restoring this 70s Chevy truck bed trailer, and so I'm going to sand it and give it that kind of patina look and then clear coat it. So I've got two different little styles here I've been doing. So first I started with like a little 4-inch wheel grinder. Didn't work too bad. I'm trying to leave some of the paint on there for the look. So I'm probably going to go with a 7-inch wheel. The back is kind of my test, since you're not going to be looking at that as much, and you know it's going to be hooked up to another truck, and so just trying to see which one I like better, and I'm definitely going to go with the 7-inch wheel. All right, let's get into it. Alrighty, so here it is, this side at least. For now, anyways, I'm almost done, but it's looking really good though. And it's kind of perfect because the layers here, there's actually two different shades of blue on this side, which is odd, right? Because on the top too, and but on this side, there's only one shade of blue, and then the red. So I'm not sure what the backstory to this thing is, but over here, there's kind of like a green color, so like greenish blue, more of a teal, but it's a different kind of teal. Then there's a blue there, and there's that greenish again right there. And then so this side has a few more dents on it, so there's that, and then you know just little dots there, and then there's this big dent. So I'm not going to do body work on it because I'm trying to make it look older anyways. And so because it doesn't really, I mean, you can see it's not like a newer, I mean, it's not like an older truck. It's not like a, you know, 1965 Chevy fleet side. It's more of a 77 something, you know. It's not, I mean, you can see by the fenders, and then the, you know, the tail lights being a little bit newer looking. I mean, the bumper is obviously not there very much, but you know, it's not like super old, and that's why I'm trying to make it look older so it looks better. I mean, it's still 70s, and it's not, you know, it's not an ugly truck, but it still has the good body lines and everything. But I mean, these clips here, which these were pretty frustrating to get around on this side anyways. I haven't done that side, but I have to get, I might just take those off at this point, because those are for like holding on like cheap like trim. Not even, I don't even think that's for chrome. I think it's for like, it's right before they went into like the ugly, like, you know, like the where they had the rubber looking, or like the black stripe on it, or whatever they did. And it's not ideal, you know, for the look. I mean, they're already kind of rusty anyway, so I might just leave it. But if I can take them off, actually, let me take a look on the inside. Let's see what's on the, okay, yeah, they're just kind of bolted or riveted or whatever, so I can take them off. I mean, I can just grind them off too, so that's not going to be too bad of a deal. But the one thing is, I'm not sure how the rust is going to go, because I have a rust solution. I think it's hydrogen peroxide and like vinegar or something, or crap, I think it's hydrogen peroxide and vinegar, but I'll have to double check. And you can actually just spray it on metal, and it'll make it rust faster, like within minutes. And I'm not sure if the grind, like the marks, because I didn't go all up and down or all side to side. I kind of went different ways, and so I'm hoping that doesn't really show in the like after I rust it, but it should look good. I mean, just here you can see like there's still dust from all this stuff. Well, I guess it's kind of harder to see with the camera, but there was more dust on there. You can see a little purple on my hands, but I guess the blue and the red, but blue and red makes purple, guys, but you didn't know that. So anyways, it's gonna turn out pretty nice. It's kind of hard to visualize. The next step is obviously getting the other side, and then the part that I'm excited for is the Chevrolet, the actual tailgate. And the tailgate opens pretty nice too. It's makes some sound, but that's adds to the personality of it, you know, it adds character. And what are you doing there? Hi. You just wanted to jump in there? Hi. Yeah, but it adds character. You want to be stuck in there? Or are you gonna jump off? Huh? All right. Who's staying in the truck bed trailer? Huh? What's she doing? How you gonna get out of that? Huh? Huh? What's she doing? What are you doing? What's she doing? Yeah. Alrighty. Here, I'll open it for you. PETA coming after me. Here, get out of there. Come on. Jump. Good dog. Oh, and you jumping back. I'm gonna shut this off. Jump. Good dog. Alright. So, this isn't looking too bad, but as you can see, the paint is already like, I mean, I can almost peel this stuff off. Wouldn't even need a sander. Look at this. It's just coming off. I mean, there's so many different layers, and they brush painted it one time, I think, or there's all this different stuff. I think the red is actually like a real, they actually like used a sprayer and not just a brush, but I think the white is the most recent one, and they brush painted that, and that's why it's coming off so much, I think. But I mean, it's not a bad job, but the more you look, you can see the lines and the stuff on the handle and stuff, which is not too bad. But it's, I mean, if you want to do something quick and cheaper, brush painting is the way to go, I guess. But for what I'm doing, I mean, I'm literally restoring it by making it look older, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you can visualize it, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. If you're not visualizing it, just keep watching, you'll see, and it'll make sense eventually. But and if it doesn't ever make sense, you're probably on the wrong channel. You should probably be looking at like Lamborghinis or something. But over here, I used a different grinder, and it really like went to straight to metal. So I'm kind of frustrated because that's gonna look totally just different. But it is on the back, right? So it's like all, you know, this is where it's hooked up to the actual truck that's towing it. And so it's not going to be like a big deal. But it's, oh, that's weird. From that angle, it looks like, well, I guess it doesn't even show up on the camera. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of powder still on there from grinding it. But the grinder that I used there, it really cut into the metal, and, well, it didn't cut into it, but it's still like, that grinder was made for straight bare metal. The sander that I was using works a lot better for like, I mean, as you can see, like on this side, it works a lot better for that look I'm going for, that you know, that patina look. And once you actually get the rust on there, I think you're really gonna see, I mean, how good this looks. But I'm gonna have to do a part 2, because the first part, I'm gonna finish this up obviously, and then the second part, this battery box here, I leaned on it while I was grinding, and it broke a little bit, and I think I'm gonna need that for some stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna need a new cable, or not a new cable, but just the end of it. Where is it? Because whoever didn't have one of these just decided to cut it off, because apparently they needed it. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of those. And then the tail lights work, and I have an extra tail light kit, but I'll probably just use the ones that are on there for now. And so this isn't definitely not street legal yet, but I'm probably going to build a nice box for this, because what's this for? Yeah, so it's, oh, that's for the dump kit. It has a dump kit on it, but it's a really old, like, I'm pretty sure it's out of like a plane or something weird. I think she said something like that along those lines, either a boat or a plane or one of the two. But something weird, like it's not like, I don't think it was made to be a dump kit, and they just kind of made it into that. And it's not like manufactured by like a dumping, like, you know, somebody that makes it for that. It was just they repurposed something, I guess. But I mean the trailer is all set up to be a dump trailer. Like, it's, you know, it has the whole setup. I can, you know, make it into a dump trailer pretty easy. But I mean, I can just buy a new dump kit, like a brand new one, and that ought to be cool. I mean, I'm mainly just trying to make it look good for now. But hopefully, I mean, eventually it'll be more usable as well as like a cool looking trailer. But for now, I'm just gonna finish up the whole look. I really like the different layers of colors too, and hopefully because I'm gonna clear coat it, obviously. There's still all this powder on it. But obviously I'm gonna clear coat it so it stays and it's not like, doesn't completely rust through, but I am gonna keep the, you know, just enough for the rust look. And hopefully it turns out the way I'm looking at it. Because if it, I mean, this could be a complete disaster, right? I mean, it's hard to tell what it's gonna look like until this is actually rusty, right? I mean, I can kind of picture it, but until it's actually there, it'll be a lot easier to picture once I'm actually done. But once I am done, it's gonna look pretty cool. So yeah, let's I'll probably just do that side off camera because it's the same as the other side, right? And then right after that, I'll get into this, and that's what's up next. So before we get into this tailgate thing, I have a little bit of a problem here. This whole section, you can see that line right there. This, I guess it even goes past there a little bit. It's, which I didn't quite really notice too much before. That's all Bondo. That's bodywork stuff. So that's not straight metal. So there's some kind of accident at some point where this, actually, let me turn the flash on and see if I can see inside of there and see what the deal is. Let's see. It's not focusing, but okay, well, it's not all the way through it. Well, right there you can see the crack right there. So that's not particularly good, but at least it's not all the way through. So that's a relief. I was hoping it wasn't just built up on there and like somebody just decided to make this into freaking Bondo. But I'm not sure what that is. I think that's just something dripping there. I don't think that's Bondo because that's right on the corner. So that would be, oh, I get it. Well, no, that's those holes. So that would be right there. So that's like somewhere right here. I don't know, maybe that little dot there has something to do with it, but that little line thing, I'm not sure. I think that's just grass or something, but it's not too bad. I was worried it was gonna be pretty bad, but it's still harder to sand. Like, and when I do, it goes like straight. I mean, like it's kind of weird. It's just a different material, and it's kind of getting onto the sandpaper, and so that's frustrating. But you can see kind of how it's weird. And there's not as much, there's not as many layers. It's just the blue, which is odd because that was the first color. Yeah, because I go through the Bondo and then it's the first. Yeah, so that body work must have been done maybe before it was painted the reds and the other blues. Because on this side, I mean, I'm getting a lot of paint. I'm getting a lot of color more than metal on this side. Like it's thicker for some reason, because over here, here's this green that's showing up, which is pretty cool. I'm liking the green look, but it's gonna look good either way. I mean, I was kind of tempted to test different styles on both sides, but it's not two different projects, it's all one thing. So I kind of want to just like try to make it look similar enough to where you know, it doesn't look like I did it, you know, like one person did one side and one person did the other side or something like that, because it's all, you know, I'm doing all of it and I want it to look relatively similar on both sides. It's not going to be symmetrical, obviously, because you know what I'm doing, but it's looking pretty good so far. So yeah, I'll finish this and let you know if I have any more problems, and then I'll get into the tailgate. All right, so here's an update. So all of this here is Bondo, and when I'm grinding on it with the mask on, it seems like it's, you know, metal because it's gray, but it's not. It's Bondo. You can see right here is metal, but all this gray stuff here and all these bumpy parts here is Bondo. So it's actually cracking right there. So that's going to be a problem, considering all of this, all the way to here even, is Bondo, even that. So somebody got in a pretty big accident. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe try to grind to the metal, but I'm not sure how big of it. Obviously it's a pretty big dent if it's this all the way to here. You know, from right here, that's obviously a pretty big dent. So I think I might actually, sorry, the gravel's making noise. I think I might actually use that, leave the gray, and then maybe make some kind of sign on it. I might do something generic on there, just like a painting, like a, not pen striping, well, I guess kind of pen striping, but use some kind of like acrylic, or not, maybe not acrylic markers because it's metal, but I'm not sure how that would work. I know that works on cardboard stuff, but maybe like, you know, just actual pen striping stuff. I'm not sure if I could get somebody to do it. I can probably do it myself, honestly. Well, probably, I know I can, it just might not look as good as a professional, but, you know, right, like flower shop or something, you know, like plant sale, something where, like, you know, somebody's selling something out of their truck bed, just to make it look like it's, you know, is used for that before I clear coat it. That way I don't have to worry about how deep I go into the Bondo, and then gray just looks like it's part of a sign that somebody put on there or something. I mean, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure stuff out, but yeah, I'm gonna get all this done, and then what I figured out, what I want to do, see, it's funny, there's this blue shades, just blue, regular blue and red there. Then I found a new baby blue. That's different, because on here, it's just those two shades. Over here, it's about those two shades plus the Bondo. A little bit of baby blue. Then a few different, you know, shades there, and then turns into this different shade, like greenish. Right there's even more green, so that's kind of neat. So what I want to do with the tailgate is kind of leave the white on the letters, and then just kind of grind around it, because it's indented anyway. The grinder shouldn't hit it. So I'm just gonna leave the white on the letters and then clear coat that, and hopefully that won't peel off too much, because as you can see, the white is peeling right there. So if I clear coat it, hopefully that'll seal that in, because it's also peeling right there. So I might have to do some touching up right there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I would like, you know, the white to be majority on the majority of the letters. So in other news, I have this battery box off, which is good, and it's a lot of work, because the nails and well, I was gonna say screws, but they're basically nails at this point, are so rusted that they won't turn with a screwdriver. The tops are stripped out, so I literally had to pry the stuff off, and yeah, so it was a little bit of work, but got it out, because the battery box, the battery itself, is actually not even for the lights. I don't think it's just for this motor that turns it into a dump bed. So that's actually kind of interesting. So with this, I was thinking I wanted to make a battery box about the same size, you know, for the battery to fit in. Make it all nice, you know, use wood, like maybe stain it or burn it. Not fully burn it, obviously, just like use a torch and just kind of lightly go over it and then sand it a little bit. It actually looks pretty cool. Maybe do that and stain it. It'll, you know, I was thinking about that, but here we have this little section here. And considering that this is already sitting here, this slides around. Like, that's not really on there super well, now that I'm talking about it, but, you know, that slides around. I think I might actually just add to this, get more rivets like this, or are those rivets or are those bolts? Actually, let me take a look at that. Nope, those are bolted on. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna do the same kind of look there and maybe polish this up a little bit, like, you know, sand it and maybe stain it, and then seal this off, you know, with wood. Find a way, maybe I'll have to weld a bracket here and then on the other side and have a bolt hole, or maybe I'm not sure. I'll have to do something, but maybe build a frame inside, or, oh, maybe I can, yeah, there's a lot of different things I can do. But seal that off and have that whole area as a box, as like a storage area, because that way if I'm, you know, ever traveling, I need straps and I need other stuff, I'm gonna do that, and it looks cool still. I'm not sure if I want to polish it and make it look all nice, you know, or, you know, sand it and stain it, do whatever, you know, to make it look fancy, or if I want to leave it old, you know. Maybe considering I'm going to be clear coating it, which this is kind of ugly because this was my test. This is kind of when I started. I'm going to have to do some work on that and make that a little bit different depending on, you know, how it looks. But I'm going to, you know, I might just leave, like, get a bunch of other old 2x4s and then still stain it, you know, but just leave it old looking, you know. I'll have to clean it a little bit, not sand it, just leave it as it is. So I'm definitely excited to work on this. But yeah, I'm gonna get sanding on this and give you an update once more this is done. And I'm definitely excited to do that. All right, it's getting somewhere. Still there. Alright, so I'm just editing this video, and I've noticed that it's already pretty long, and I haven't been working on this truck bed trailer as much as I probably should. I'm almost done with it. I've been grinding a lot on the Bondo stuff, trying to get that all figured out. I actually pried off a whole piece of it, and it was probably almost an inch thick, so it was a pretty big dent, and so I managed to sand that and kind of let it blend into the rest of the paint so it looked, normal, and it was totally rusty underneath it. So I think I'm just going to leave that. I'll leave that, it just looks like it's a dent the way I sanded it, and that'll be in the part 2 video, because I've had coming soon videos out, on YouTube Shorts and stuff about how this video's coming soon. I actually put a clip that you just saw like a minute ago up there as well, and the coming soon was about a month ago. So I think I'm just going to upload this video, so you can kind of see more of an idea of what I'm actually doing, so people don't lose interest, because, like I said, the coming soon video was probably about a month ago, or maybe 2. And so, yeah, but I've gotten a lot of stuff done on this, and I'm excited to, film the next video, so I'll see you in the next one.